The
The
Shat.
shot.
The Shat is
No,
up
no,
and
no,
running.
no. It's some other chat.
Oh, you're cheating on our Shat.
I was.
All right, here we go.
Sign in with Facebook. Okay. No.
God, worst thing ever.
Freaking hate Facebook. I really do.
Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to episode 310 of your Overseas Connection, the official podcast of the G4TE.com community. That is Gaming for the Elderly, and today is March 6th, 2015. And with that all being said, I completely forgot I was going to let Mr. Webster introduce the podcast this week. So Mr. Webster, why don't you introduce the team?
Okay, yeah, I completely forgot about that myself. We'll have to do that another time. Okay, well, I'm Richard Webster, Gamer Tag Big Bad Daddy. I'm very excited tonight, Greg. We've had GDC and we've got PAX East within like a week of each other.
Yes, there's
I,
lots
I,
of PC stuff happening.
I think that's why I'm so excited. I mean, it's just amazing. So, yeah, you're Greg DeLacy. I'm Richard Webster. We have tonight also, we have the lovely and beautiful as ever Nicole with us tonight.
Hello. How is everybody?
Doing
Fine.
fantastic, Nicole.
Thank you. Glad y'all are happy. I'm over here trying to type and can't type and talk at the same time.
That's a problem that afflicts many of us.
Robin, I'm sorry. Oh, he's in the chat. He said because boobs.
Because boobs.
Yeah, so speaking of Robin, we also have Robin Tate on tonight.
Hey everybody, it's Robin Tate here in sunny not Northern Ireland, and it's nice to be back on the podcast again. Hello everybody, hello my fellow podcasters. I hope you are all doing very well, and hello shatters in the live chat stream there, which you can get on live.g4te.com. So hi everybody, let's have a good show.
Agreed. Let's have a good show. Rich, that was a great introduction of the staff. Thank you for that. We're gonna work. We're gonna work on that a little bit. Next week you'll have complete control.
Complete control. Wow.
Never. I'll never give you complete control. Who am I kidding? I'm a control freak. All right. Well, let's kick this off properly. We like talking about video games. We are live on Twitch, as Robin pointed out. So if you're listening to this recorded and you ever think, well, God, you know what? I would love to just tune into this when they're recording. We do it every Friday, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That also is known as 6 p.m. snow-covered time. And you can also pick us up at 11 p.m. British Standard Time, or is it Gross Mountain Time right now? What is it? British Standard Time, I believe, right? BST or bullshit time?
Yes, just say yes.
Fantastic.
Yes, just say yes.
Just say yes.
Say yes.
Just say yes, no drugs today. Just say yes. Try some of this stuff and roll around in the hay.
And that's our
I
music
don't know.
interlude.
Yeah, it's 10 past 11 p.m.
Okay,
and we're
well,
still
there you
in
go.
winter time. So BST would be next, but it's GMT now. Greenwich
GMT?
Mean Time.
Okay.
GMT.
Gross Mountain Time. Gotcha. Thank you
Gross
for that.
Mountain Time.
We changed for spring forward this weekend.
Yes, we lose an hour
Is
of
it this
sleep.
weekend?
It's depressing.
For us.
Oh, yeah,
For
'cause-
us.
Yeah.
All right, so we're a week or two behind. It must be next weekend, the weekend after. I don't know. I must look it up.
Yeah.
I don't care. Does that mean that we get an extra hour in bed? No, it doesn't.
No,
we lose it, don't we?
lose it.
Oh
I know.
well, what do you do? Sure, with little sprogs running around the place, they get up early anyway. So what does it matter? Hey, like speaking of the Greenwich Mean Time, I was in London. Was it not last summer? The summer before? Actually, we went to Greenwich and stood on the international timeline, so you can stand on one side and the other, and there is a timeline there.
Right.
Down. It's really cool. So,
Yeah, I've done that.
Greenwich.
It's great.
So
Yeah,
now,
you can go into the museum and see all the clocks.
so when you step over the international time frame, what is the time difference? Is it like full 24 hours across that line, or is it 12 or?
No, it's none. It's just like a line.
Yeah, but I mean, if you step over the line, you're in like a different time, so to speak, right?
It's kind of where it's like a longitude and latitudinal line. It's like where time is worked out for the rest of the world from that point. So
Right. But I mean, if
that's
you
what it
step
is.
to the right,
No, it's not. It's not an international timeline. No.
All right.
Both
No, you're
sides
still
of the
within-
line at the same time.
Well, that's
Yeah,
just stupid.
you're still within the zone. It's just that point on the Earth where they work out the world's time from and everything else because the UK is the center of the universe and the Earth. You see.
Okay, now that we've gone down that path,
I
let's
know.
talk about games.
Yeah, I do actually want to start like finding where the actual time zone lines are and just like be, on this side of the line, I'm 1 hour behind. On this side of the line, I'm
Yeah,
1 hour
I
ahead.
hear. Where is that place? Is it in South America somewhere where you can step over the international, the like the equator line, and when you stand like a foot on one side, water rolls to the right down a hole, and then you step to the other side, a foot away, and it rolls to the left. That must be cool. I'd like to see that. That would be good. That'd be groovy. I mean, on our Australian guys, I mean, everything goes down the toilet the wrong way there as well. Anyway, but
Yes.
yeah, Metric Pizza would know all about that.
And that concludes our toilet podcast for the day. Thank you for
And
tuning in.
time. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, time.
All right. Video
Exactly.
games. Let's talk about them. Nicole, since you were the first to perk up and say you wanted to talk about video games, let's let you lead the way. What have you been playing this past week?
I downloaded the freebies on the PlayStation.
Okay.
So, which was being a little bit difficult for me. I don't have a clue why, but it does not want to download that Abe's Odyssey thing.
Secretly, they don't want to give it away for free, so they're trying
So
to
I'm like, they told me it was going to take 101 hours to download or whatever, and I'm like, no, it's 5 gigs or whatever. It should not take 100. But I don't know why it's being so difficult. But and I really wanted to play that game today too, but instead I played Valiant Hearts, which I know Robin liked a whole lot. And I can see why. The game is adorable. And I got a little sad right there at the beginning because, they do that little story and stuff. And it was really super sweet. I really did like it. And I can see myself going back and playing more of it. I've gotten to be the different character. So far there was 2. I don't know if there's more than that. But
yeah, there's 1, 2, 4.
4.
The American guy, your main guy, the girl.
Yeah, because there's the French guy, the American guy. I would assume you would be a British guy at least once.
French guy, the American guy, the girl. No, there's only 3 characters.
Is it
in there,
3?
right? Oh no, and the dog.
You get to be the dog?
Oops.
Well, like, oops.
Spoilers.
I don't know that that's
Spoilers.
necessarily a spoiler. But I have the dog right now. I know that much. We were digging
Yeah, you
around
getting the dog?
across. Yeah.
Getting the dog.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
And she got the dog.
So yeah, and I did pick up Far Cry 4. I have yet to play it
Okay.
because I had to download a freaking update the second I slipped that disc in there. Ugh. Somehow though, because remember I asked you guys about getting it on the WhatsApp chat, and I got it really, really inexpensively. I think it was like $28, and it's the limited
Awesome.
edition. So I also got a whole bunch of free codes in there, and so those are uploaded real quick. Everything else I got to wait on. So I turned the PlayStation off though, so I don't lag for the podcast.
That is
Because
good.
I'm nice.
That is
I know
good.
I'm nice like that. But besides, the evil Empire, Clash of Clans that I play for, I've done nothing else. Very, very boring. Sorry.
No, that's not boring at all. It's a nice
think
little
it's
list going. You're
very,
going to have plenty
very
to talk about with Far Cry 4, and I can't wait to hear your final impressions of Valiant Hearts. I wonder if it's going to resonate with you like it did with Mr. Tate.
It probably will. I mean, it starts tugging at your heartstrings from the get-go.
Yeah,
it's
a good
funny
story.
how tales of war that are based on reality kind of do tug at your heartstrings. I'm being
Yeah.
very serious here. It's a serious topic. I mean, I know they make light of it a little bit with the cartoony figures and stuff, but I mean it's a deep ass undertone. That game
Yeah.
talks about some serious stuff.
Well, they
It
have
does,
all
and
those facts in there too,
Mm-hmm.
which
Yeah.
I love reading all those facts. Now, I remember having to do world history, back in the day, as my son back in the caveman days, as my son calls it,
Right,
before
right.
stores were invented.
Fire was
Um,
just invented. We were learning about history.
right.
Yes.
Yes. So I remember back in the day having to do all the history stuff, but I don't know why now it maybe because I'm older and I can appreciate it more that it resonates more.
You
And
know
I'm
why,
like,
Nicole?
oh,
Because now they're presenting it to you in a video game and not a book.
I'm not getting graded on it. That's why right
Yeah,
there.
yeah. There's some
Yeah,
truth
and I
to
It's
think
that.
the,
less, I
some
mean,
of the information that they do give is just in wee bite-sized paragraphs as well. It's not like it's reams and reams of text. They're very very well written, so it doesn't put you
yeah,
off reading those things.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but it's
but I
good. Yeah,
love history.
it's
I
well, it's
do.
a
I
nice
love it.
light-hearted way to look at it, and it definitely hit home with me.
Yeah.
So it's
Certain
good.
history is fun. Certain history is not so much fun. I mean, I can honestly say I don't think the history of corn growers is going to excite me. Just saying.
Here,
Corn.
that's never going to go away. It's
Yeah.
never going to.
No. All right. Well, thank you, Nicole. Let's see, Mr. Robin Tate. Let's talk about what you've been playing. I see a game on this list here. Uh,
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, no, couldn't be that game. No, I'm too old for that game. No, I can't handle it. Okay, right. Been a busy week, but the thing that I played the most, and it was one of those ones. It's Sunset Overdrive, and I thought, no, I bought it digitally,
right.
good
Right.
deal. Played it at Eurogamer. You knew my impressions. I thought it was a bit janky and a bit fast and a bit young
No,
man
if I
sort
could
of
play
thing.
back
Yeah.
the tape, you didn't like it
I
really at
know, I
all.
know, I know. Didn't like it at all. And I did play an hour or so of it when I first got it, and then dropped it. I went, oh no, there's just too much going on here, and it was just too frantic. So this week I decided, look, I'm gonna have to. I don't like leaving a thing unfinished. That Alan Tang syndrome, that ATS
See,
coming back again
I'm good with it. I do it all the time. I
to
pick up
haunt
and
me.
walk away.
So I thought, look, these guys are all saying that this is really good. I gotta stick with it. I gotta get my money's worth out of it anyway. And as I started to play it, just the problem with it is there's a big learning curve with it. There's just it looks quite different. The cartoony styles are, it's beautiful. It's lovely to look at, but there's just so much going on to learn straight away, and it's only when you do get a few hours into it that it all starts to click. Now,
Right.
I have just got the power to shoot forward.
Oh
So you
yes,
can
the
jump
air,
in
the
air
air,
and
the air
boost,
dash. Yes,
air dash thing,
that
and I
makes
can
a
see
new
where that's
level.
going
Yeah,
to come in really, really handy. I've got the idea that you kind of ignore all the monsters that are running around, the zombie creatures, and just get on with your tasks. Because if
hmm
you go onto the ground and try and fight them, well, you can fight, but it's just endless and pretty pointless. So I found it quite humorous. Some of the sort of the breaking the fourth wall jokes are starting to make me smile here and there. And
yeah.
I'm starting to enjoy the gameplay. But there's lots of stuff that I still haven't got my head quite round yet about all the different boosts and extra things you can upgrade. It just they all, what do they all do? Because I get points for this and points for that, and I haven't quite, that hasn't all quite sunk in yet. But it's fun. It is, and the combat is fun, and swinging around the place is fun, and some of the story bits are good. So I'm going to stick with it and play it. And I think I deserve it after Mike said he liked it so much, and yourself that loved it so much, and so many people have said it. So, but I think the scary bit is the first few hours, just getting your head around it.
Yeah,
So
it's funny because we've talked about it before, and it's one of those games, and I think the reason why it takes like an hour for it to really sink in is because we're so trained as gamers, especially in shooters of any type, that ground strafing is a tactic that usually works and it's successful. And in this game, the moment you're on the ground, the moment you're pretty much dead. And
mm,
you have to be up, in the air doing the different traversal stuff, whether it be rail grinding, um, you know leaping from building to building, or using different elements within the ground, like cars and umbrellas for tables to jump and leap around. And once you start to understand, and like you said, that the ground enemies you can pretty much ignore them a lot of the time. Not all the time, but a lot of the time.
Another thing that helped a lot was I changed my character to a girl and
Okay.
put her in her pants and a bra,
That always
and
makes it
and,
easier.
and that helped.
What is actually fun is you can change your character up at any point in time.
Yeah.
You can, change sexes, change body types, outfits. I honestly, the outfits get a little crazy and stupid, but it is a nice touch. At least if you get tired of playing as a guy or a girl, you can always switch it up and switch out to a different gender or a different body type. So.
And I found that the main sort of big shotgun thing seems to be one of the best guns of choice there. I like shooting teddy bears and then blowing up. That's
Yeah,
quite fun.
the teddy bear launcher is
Yeah.
pretty awesome. There's some
So
other
that's
good
kinda
stuff you'll unlock as you play through, Robin. I think you're gonna
Okay.
you'll have some
I'm
fun
gonna
with
keep
it.
at it. Yeah, I'm gonna
Absolutely.
keep at it. So, but that is, has it been 2 weeks? Well, I was on the Forza challenge and had good fun with it.
Right.
There last week as well and got my decent time up. But that's been my main passion apart from some handheld stuff. But yeah, no, that's been it. Lots of stuff going on personally, but just the stuff
Life
on
gets in the
YouTube
way. Yeah.
about the game developers conference and all the other stuff that's been going on at the moment is really interesting to watch as well. So
Oh yeah. There's
That's
definitely
funny.
there'll definitely be some talk about GDC shortly.
Oh.
All right, Mr. Webster, let's talk about what you've been playing this past week. We should say, Rich, March is Strategy Gaming Month for the podcast and the community. So let's talk a little bit about that and then talk about what you've been playing.
Sure thing, Greg. Thank you.
Over to you, Rich, at the desk.
Well, this week on March Strategy, I could do that, boys. Basically, we're playing strategy games this month, and I'm giving some games away for free, and hoping to build some interest in strategy games again, because they don't seem to get a lot of love, mostly because they're PC games, and we're mostly console games on this community, kind of.
Sort of.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a heavy console vibe, but we definitely have a lot of people gravitating towards PC. That guy, Gary DeFelice, he pretty much only plays on PC. You pretty much only play on PC.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much. Unless I feel like playing Red Dead, and then I jump back on me 360.
Right. But there's a few of them out there.
Yeah, so like strategies, it's a staple genre of PC gaming. So I thought, why not make March about it? Plus, Starships is coming out this month.
Yes. Yeah.
In about 6 days, worldwide release.
Counting down the days.
Yeah, definitely. So that's going to be good. $15 US, and you can pre-order it now on Steam. I think for about £12. So that's quite good.
No, that is very good.
Yeah. So, I'll just talk briefly about games I've played over the last couple of weeks because I've not been here. Grow Home, I completed it. I didn't talk about it on the show because I've not been here. It's very good. I'm not going to talk about it because I spoke about it for 5.5 hours doing videos.
And we do have videos up on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, so go and check out the videos if you're interested in Grow Home. Go and have a look. See if it takes you fancy.
Because of your videos, it looks brilliant.
Yeah, it's very good, and I'm even thinking about going back and playing it through again because it was.
It's got replay value, Rich. It's got replay value.
Yeah, I'd love like a DLC or something like that, or a sequel, Another Planet. So we played Grow Home. I did some Hammerwatch about a week ago with the Sunday PC gaming crew. Hammerwatch, does that ring a bell with anyone?
I think you talked about it last week. I could be wrong. Was it 2
I
weeks
wasn't
ago?
on.
Maybe 2
No.
weeks ago? I don't know. I've heard
No,
the
I
name
only played it
Hammerwatch
last-
before. Maybe I've heard it on different podcasts. I don't know.
Yeah, you probably heard it on the Veteran Gamers and the Boss Wave because it was
No.
with it was with Duke Scaff and Verbal Rob and Chris MJ.
Okay.
So that was very good. Go check out those podcasts if you want to know more. But it's a co-op, like pixelated, dungeon crawling type of RPG, hack and slash with combos and collecting gold and fruit. And
I'd just like to
It's
point
very
out,
fun.
if they wanted to learn more, they just did learn some more through you.
yeah,
Your expert knowledge.
Yeah, see, I do this a lot with my Age of Empires 2 video. I kept saying, I'll just make this brief, guys. 1 hour later, the video was finished.
Well, isn't that like the story of playing those kind of games, though? I mean, you're like, oh, I'm just gonna get on there and play for like half hour, and then next thing you know, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. You got to get up in a few hours for work, and you're still like, maybe I could just play a little bit more.
That's it, and especially when because it's hard for me I've played Age of Empires 2 for like 15 years or whatever, literally since it's like come out, and so the
Which is
line
amazing
between,
because you're only 17 years old.
yeah, exactly. It was like innate gift. I was born with it. That and having dashing good looks. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know the tumbleweeds.
I can't stroke your ego that much, Rich. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You get
So,
the
yeah,
young vote.
There's a fine line between knowing what's basic and what's essential information. So I was literally explaining what I thought was the essential stuff, but it turned out to be an hour-long fest of Age of Empires 2. So I've been playing that as well.
Okay.
For March Strategy. That was the first game I featured.
All right.
And it's a fantastic game. It also got a PS2 release, which I've played at a friend's house years ago, and it wasn't very good.
Yeah, strategy games have struggled on consoles overall. There's been a few exceptions. XCOM, Enemy Unknown. I think Halo Wars, although that's more of a RTS, not so much well, I guess that would qualify. I'm trying to remember if the Command and Conquer games were any good on console. I don't recall them being terribly good. They were okay, but they've all struggled for the most part, with the exception, like I said, of those very few. God, not Age of Empires. What was the Civ Revolution? That was a fantastic strategy game that came out on consoles.
Yeah, I was just going to say that worked. That was designed for
Yeah.
consoles. That worked really well.
Yeah, but outside of that, I can't think of any others that really have done too well.
Halo Wars.
Yes, Halo Wars
That's a
definitely.
strategy game, definitely. Yeah. What about the one that you have you beat the ground and plant seeds, and
You beat the ground.
Viva Pinata. That's a
How
strategy
could we
game.
forget Viva Pinata on this podcast? Jesus.
That's the ultimate strategy game. Come on.
Kids love that game.
I think I'm gonna bring that song back for some of our listeners.
That's a good song. It's been a while since I've heard that one.
Yes.
Please don't.
Let's sing it all now.
No, because it'll be
It's
stuck in my head.
It's already stuck in your head.
No, it's
If
not.
you like Viva
No.
Pinata.
We're good.
Okay. It's in your head already. It's okay.
I hate you.
We could sing Small World and that would go in your head too.
Rich, we totally sidetracked you. I'm sorry. Keep going, my friend.
No, it's all right. So yeah, Age of Empires 2, there's a video on the Gaming for the Elderly YouTube. It's very good. I played the original version, so I got my disc out and everything.
Okay.
I'm going to do...
So what did you get out?
My disc.
Oh, right, sorry. Slipped it.
Yeah, so the CD-ROM, I was like, when I went to play and it said, please insert disc, I was like, what's this mean? What's this, please insert disc business? Because everything's all Steam now these days, isn't it? It's like, disc doesn't even think so.
Yeah.
I was like,
Steam.
It is kind of funny. We think about it. The console players, we all had this like huge freak out over digitally owned games and going digitally only, and how we needed to have discs still. And yet, on PC, if you are buying from the Steam store, you are only buying digital games.
yeah, that's it. And you get used to that.
Everybody's used to it. In fact, I would say most of the new generation console owners are starting to become very used to digital-only content, and the ease of not having to worry about putting a disc in.
Yeah, and it's
Well,
good. I mean,
we can't work it out either, so it makes sense for us that we can't work out how to, and the Xbox One is for even sillier people, and the new PlayStation where you actually slide it into a slot, and because that's complicated. Because what way does it go up? Is it the shiny side up or the shiny side down? And then what happens if you have it at an angle and you have that Xbox sitting up and down straight in a line? And if you do that, if it falls over, will it kill people because it's so big and heavy? So
I would just like to point out
understandably,
to everybody listening to this, if you do have an Xbox One, do not put it up horizontally or vertically. It is only to be horizontal.
all right. Okay.
Just
He's not into the
just-
kinky stuff, so horizontal only.
horizontal only.
Yeah.
Just an FYI.
Yeah.
I don't
Whiter
want
than
anybody
white, boys.
ruining.
Whiter than white.
All right, Rich.
Mm.
Rich, save us. Keep going, please.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't even
The
know where
next
you
video,
left off.
the
do
next
you?
video for Age of Empires 2, I'll be doing the HD version because the quality wasn't very good. It took about 3 hours to figure out how to record it as well because it's like a DirectX 5 game, and it just wouldn't record. And I had to make it in a window, and it was just a nightmare. But I did it.
Okay. All right.
Yay! All of 8 people have watched it, so it was worth every minute.
I will watch it again, and it'll make you 9. I'll watch it from a different
Again?
computer.
I
Yeah,
won't
and then
watch
we'll-
it because if I do, then I'll want to play.
I'll watch it and then clear my cookies and then watch it again. So
Oh, thanks.
yeah, that'll help.
One of the
We're
guys
going to make a
watched it.
fortune out of these YouTube videos. We are rich. A fortune.
We're gonna
Everly.
be like Scrooge McDuck swimming in our tower of money. One of the guys that watched the video actually got there by accident. He commented saying, "I come here because I searched for Sid Meier's Starships, but this is a good game as well." Cheers.
Hey, cheers. Wherever you found me, thanks.
Yeah, cheers. So yeah, that Age of Empires 2. I've also played some Civ 5 today. I'll be doing a video for Civ 5 for Mark
Okay.
Strategy. It's a completely different type of game from real-time strategy, so it's
Yeah, that
It's
I
gonna be
actually
different.
will totally watch. Civ 5 intrigues me.
yeah. I won't be playing on like a marathon game where like it takes weeks to finish a game. That's
It's
ain't
not
nobody
you.
got time for that. Literally, like seriously.
Ain't
I'm
nobody
not
got
even messing.
time. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, but yeah, also I'll be doing that. I've got a giveaway tonight as well. A
A
special
giveaway tonight.
Oh,
tonight. Yeah.
Oh,
I forgot
nice.
to mention as well. I did it like the other week, obviously, but Mark's strategy is to win a copy of Sid Meier's Starships. All of £12 or $15 you'll save.
Okay.
All you
Yeah.
have to do is email the show or tweet me on Twitter at Big Bad Daddy with a 1 instead of an I. Just a picture of you playing a strategy game. That's it.
All you got to do. I like it.
Yeah. And you could win Starships next month once all the votes have been counted and put through the supercomputer and whatever. But yeah, you can win a copy of Company of Heroes 2.
It's a good game.
Yeah.
a good
So I'm giving away a copy of that.
I felt like I went back 10 years. Is this you're really going back to the old school and picking out the best of the games to go, Chad?
Those are the best games to give away. I'm just saying.
Cool.
Well, I could. I'm only really featuring games that I know and that I know are good. Like, and I know Company of Heroes is good. And
Company
stuff.
Heroes
So,
is
like-
great.
But what about Roller Coaster Tycoon? I mean, that has to come out to play.
Well, they're actually
See, I've-
coming out with a new version of that.
The trailer looked really good.
Yeah.
Saw the
yeah.
trailer. Roller Coaster Tycoon had classes as not a strategy game.
Amen.
Oh.
Sa-
And is
same
Viva
with, like,
Pinata simulation or strategy?
Oh,
What is it?
hush.
I think it's probably simulation because like you can do that in real life, can't you? With like a bucket and spade and like a fake watering can and.
I'm pretty
pinatas
sure you
dancing.
cannot mate the worms and foxes to create something else.
Well, me and my friends smoked some really strange stuff, and we swear to God that happened one day. It was
Oh my God.
weird.
Touche. Touche.
So yeah,
All right, so Rich, let's talk about the giveaway. So
Yeah.
you're going to give something away tonight.
tonight on the
is
podcast.
this a got to be in the chat moment, or is this something that they need to respond to Twitter or something? What's the deal here?
Well, I'm not going to make it chat, so it's more fair for this one. I'm going to make it so that if people in the chat can do it, or you can tweet us later or whatever when you download the podcast.
All right.
I couldn't think of anything to come up with to win the game. No, I couldn't think of a competition, so I'm literally just making this up right now on the spot, Greg.
I like it.
Live,
I like it. Doing it live.
doing it live. All you have to do is tweet the show your favorite non-rude joke.
Tweet the show your favorite non-rude joke.
Non-rude
well,
joke has
now-
to be suitable
I
for
don't
children.
know. Yeah,
suitable
I only know
for
rude
children
ones.
or suitable for work.
Shut up, Matt. Sorry,
If-
I'm yelling through the chat.
Yeah, I know. You're speaking to the chat. So it has to be work friendly. How's that?
Yeah, it has to be work friendly. Just for this, why not? You know,
Okay,
because
alright.
it's easy to make a rude joke. It's easy to make a joke that's rude to make people laugh. You know, look at Chubby Brown; he's famous because of it. So I thought make it difficult, Greg. You know,
All right, a little bit of
Well,
challenge.
but
So safe for
as you
work
work
jokes.
in a brothel, Greg, you know you can really take any sort of joke you want, you know. So yeah, anything you want, guys, just jokes. But yes, no, yeah, but jokes I could share with my 9-year-old would be good. But if you want to send them privately to Greg and he can pass them on if they are really good, we like that too.
Just getting me in trouble, aren't you? Just getting me in trouble.
Yes.
All right,
Yes,
so there
just
you go.
sharing the love.
Marching orders to those listening to the podcast, and we'll talk about this again in the shout-outs, Rich. But if you want to win Company of Heroes 2, then all you got to do, send us a safe for work joke.
that's it. And
Right.
you'll win the game if you can make my fish laugh. I don't know where I was going with that. I was
Yeah,
looking
I
at
was
my
just
fish.
going to say that's a very bad thing. But what we should say is you have to send it to at Big Bad Daddy on Twitter.
No, the podcast is fine.
Okay? You're just going to make me sift through it all. I see how it is.
Or me, whichever. And we'll converse.
Or
through the
both.
week. Fish are doing this really. I'm distracted. Me fish are doing this really weird thing. One sec.
Rich, they're dying.
They're gasping for
Yes.
air.
What's
They're
going on?
circling. They're circling around and they're dying.
So he
Fine, it's
walks
okay.
away.
Right, it's fine.
Yeah, they're floating
They
on the
were- they
surface of
were
the water.
grazing.
They never do that before.
They were grazing, but in a really weird way.
All right.
Fish
This
don't
is-
graze.
this
They're
is
not
sweet going.
cows.
I know this.
No,
is,
they do. The goldfish, they pick up the little stones, put them in the mouth, and then spit them back out. And they call it. Fish experts call it grazing.
And
Not
thank
getting
you
stoned,
for
no?
listening to your toilet and fish expert podcast.
Because boobs.
Because
Wait,
boobs.
That's right.
Right, two things dead quickly. Right, Battlefield 4. I played it today. I set up my second monitor as the battle screen
Right?
monitor.
Did it help?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It was really helpful being able to see the battle on there and not have to press map or whatever and stuff. It was really good. I tried for the very first time and I streamed it on Twitch last night. Unreal Tournament because they released a new one, didn't they?
Right.
So the new Unreal Tournament was released and I
Right.
played it for the first time.
Free to play for anybody who wants to download it.
Yeah, free to play. You don't need a
BFG?
supercomputer to run it.
Yeah.
Hmm?
What was
Big guns in it still, Rich, yeah?
Oh yeah.
It's all lasers and
It is
big
Unreal
guns.
Tournament. I mean, it looks gorgeous.
I
Yeah.
loved Unreal Tournament.
Everyone
Twin
jumps. I don't know how people do it because you can like double tap A or D or S or whatever to like do a dodge. Basically, like you double jump out the way dead quick, like really fast. But I don't know how people can do that and like still shoot. So I literally was getting like owned everywhere, and it's just too fast for me. But I will say, just because I'm so awesome, I was only ever really in the middle of the deathmatch list. I was never at the bottom. So awesome.
That
But
is.
and
it's-
modest. You're modest.
Yeah, and
too.
modest, obviously. But no, it's a completely different type of game. It's like Halo, like on cocaine. That's what it's like. I've never experienced it before, like an arena shooter like that. I'm used to Battlefield and Call of Duty and like, or Halo even. Halo is just like Unreal Tournament, but like a tenth of the speed. Everyone still jumps around like weirdos.
See, I remember Unreal Tournament, and I think back to the speed of that game, and part of me wonders, it was great, it was fun, it was fast, and then part of me thinks, you know what, maybe it was that way because they didn't have any other better technology. They didn't have the ability to, or at least they hadn't thought yet to refine the controls and maybe scale them down a little bit, so it wasn't just this one-to-one, like you press forward and you're gone. Yeah.
Yeah,
Unreal
back
Tournament,
great
yeah.
times for those. Capture the Flag and all that, all of those games within Unreal. I thought it was just absolutely brilliant. I loved Unreal. I mean, and I sort of progressed from. We even left out. I was out of the original sort of Quake guy, and DM1 and 2 and DM3 and all those fantastic maps way back in the beginning. Then you had GL Quake came out, which was the GL texture pack for it, and made it look absolutely beautiful back then. And I think Quake still stands up, and Unreal as well. I would love to go back to those, and because they
Well,
were fantastic big team games. They really
Robin,
were cool.
You can
Yeah.
download it for free.
It's free to
Yeah.
play.
Unreal Tournament. There you go.
I will. Okay.
Try it honestly. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the game. Like I don't like it in that I don't think I can continue to play it. But I mean, I had a laugh. I was laughing out loud. It was very fun. It was very fast. Everyone was like really nice. All after the game, it was all good game. It wasn't like the slurry of obscenity that you usually get. I think I'm just used to being able to like focus, not so much relax, but focus. I think with Battlefield, whereas with Unreal, it is literally crazy. Like you don't have a time. You literally spawn and die or kill and die, and like it's just too fast for me.
Yeah.
For me to
It-
be
it
able
You've
to
got to be
it
in
is-
in the zone.
Yeah, and it is in a lot of ways. I mean, it's a Twitch shooter. I mean, you are reacting lightning fast, and we've become accustomed to far slower paced shooters.
I think that's just what I'm used to now. I think I've switched because I started out with shooters. It was all. I think I was playing like you. I think I was playing Quake 2. I think that was. I think that was one of the first shooters I played online. Quake 2 and Half-Life 2 Deathmatch, which isn't quite as Twitch as
No, it's not as
Unreal, but it's
fast.
not.
Definitely no.
Yeah,
But it had
it's
some
still a
lovely
bit more-
bits like the laser landmines and all that stuff. It had some lovely extra features in it. That we like the what do you call them, the claymores with the lasers in them. It had that. I remember never ever seen that before and getting wiped out by that. And just
Yeah.
it was crisp and lovely and yeah.
I mean, I did enjoy. I think I played a bit of Unreal 2 maybe a few years ago it was, and it was. I liked the commentator guy because when it all is like "Kill-tacular" and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, I thought that was brilliant. I like that sort of that fun about it. But some of these guys that play this Unreal, I mean, I could barely keep up.
Say
And
it. It's unreal.
it is unreal. Honest to God, they were getting headshots while jumping around the map, and I was shooting. But I mean, there are moments where you just sort of understand it, and you do pull off some really nice shots. Probably just blind luck, though, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I went straight back to Battlefield. That's my week. I
Okay.
wussed out of Unreal and went crawling back to the slow, painful Battlefield 4.
What about you, Mr. DeLacy?
Well, in honor of Strategy Month, I gave a game called There Came an Echo a test drive. I need to get back to it because I didn't get to spend a lot of time with it, unfortunately. This is it's a real-time squad-based tactics game. The quirk to it, if you will, is that it's all voice controlled. So this came out on PC. They're talking about down the road they want to bring it out on Xbox One and PS4, but for now it's PC. And depending, I guess, on how well it does, is whether or not they'll bring it out to the other platforms. But early on, when they first had this, and I think this was kickstarted, if I'm not mistaken, but when they first had this game out, they were pretty gung ho about bringing it out on Kinect and bringing it out, for the PlayStation 4 with the PlayStation Eye and the camera. And I don't know. I don't know this game is going to succeed. Now, when I played it, unfortunately, I played it on a system. Well, I played it without a headset on, and that's you have to play it with a headset on. Part of the reason why is the voice commands. When the volume from your screen or your TV is coming over, it interferes with the voice commands. So I was using the actual mic in the camera for my computer at the time when I was testing it out. So voice commands were a little spotty here and there, but beyond that, it seemed like because what you do is you have your squad members, everybody has a name, and then you give them commands to go to locations, and the locations they can go to are pre-marked out. So you want to go to Alpha 1 or go to Alpha 2 and target enemy 3 or target enemy 4, that kind of commands. And in the tutorial areas, it works pretty well. But once you start getting into a little bit more practice in full game, I struggled a little bit with it. Mostly, and I think it was largely due to the fact that my setup wasn't right. And the game freely tells you, hey, one, you don't have to shout because if you're too loud, the voice commands get garbled and it doesn't interpret it correctly. but also it tells you that you should absolutely be playing the game with a headset. And I didn't realize that until literally I was done with my play session, and I was kind of like, all right, well, maybe I won't play this again. And then I saw, make sure you're playing this with a headset in the options area, and I was like, all right, well, I'll come back to it. I'll give it another shot. It's,
Do the voice commands not just get a bit tedious? Like, frig this, give me a joypad.
a little bit, and I think mostly because having played XCOM, I saw how well like a control pad or keyboard mouse obviously can work with, with a tactical squad-based shooter. You can pull that off really well. So the voice commands almost feel like they went out of their way to try and create this thing, and I don't necessarily know it is, it ultimately is going to succeed. I think it falls short of what my expectations certainly would have been so far. So we'll see.
So what was its full name again? What was it called?
It's called There Came an Echo. And it's up on Steam, so you can pull it off on the Steams. Aesthetically, it looks good. It's got that futuristic kind of I won't call it Tron-like, but
Oh yeah. It actually looks goodness. It actually looks like Transistor.
it has a little bit of that
On
vibe
the
to it.
PS4.
Sure.
Yeah, it definitely looks like that sort of look to it.
Yeah.
And this was XCOM. Yeah, we get the XCOM thing.
So,
Will Wheaton did a trailer for that, didn't he? I watched that, and that's where I first heard about that game, and I thought it looked really interesting, and I was a bit unsure about whether the voice command thing would work properly.
yeah, and that really is the rub, Rich. It's the voice commands, and you have to use voice commands. I have not seen a way not to use the voice commands. So,
Will Wheaton does voiceovers with it too.
yeah, it's got nice little production values to it, but again, if the controls are going to be so limiting and problematic, ultimately, I don't care how good the game looks or how great it sounds. It's it's not going to get much more play. But I'm going to give it, like I said, I'll for next week I will have tested it out with a headset, give it its proper due, and see how it works then. And I'll let everybody know. I also played this other game called The Golf Club.
Oh, what's that? Tell us
Yeah,
all about it.
we've never
Please.
talked about it
Please
before.
do. No, never heard about it.
Yeah,
Every
it's
detail, please.
This amazing game. You get a set of golf clubs. There are 9 irons, and then an iron is a. I'm just kidding.
Someone kill me now!
No, but the golf club has been fantastic. This past week we had a new kind of challenge. We took the same course and we had to play it twice to register our score, which proved to be quite a challenge because you might get halfway through it. One of the things we always let you play as many times as you want through the course, trying to get your best score possible. But being that you had to play through the course twice, you couldn't just immediately sometimes give up on it, because there certainly would be opportunity to better your score the second round, the second playthrough. So a perfect example of that is my last playthrough where I got a -11. My first 18 was only a -3, but I decided to stick with it, and I finished up at -8 for the back 9, or the back 18, I should say. And yeah, so anyway. We'll get into the whole finishing of the golf club for this week, including the new course. I know some of the people in the chat are waiting to hear what that is, and you're going to have to wait a little bit longer. But for now, we want to move on to the news quiz. I was going to invite our guest, by the way, Telly Savalas. He was thinking about joining the show, and then apparently he died. And so,
Who loves you, baby?
but we're going to have a news quiz now. So
Hold on. Can I just stop you there?
Yeah.
Telly Savalas.
Telly Savalas.
Yeah, Kojak.
Isn't that the name of the wax that Jennifer Aniston gets told to get in the breakup?
I do not know, Rich.
Well, I suppose he had a polished head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he's bald.
Yeah.
Oh, was that right? Okay.
Yes.
Right, I get it.
Telly
Got it
Savalas
now?
was bald, yes. He
You're
also,
too young,
So
Rich.
Yeah, it.
like I
and-
said,
Why is
17.
he named after a pubic shaving style?
It's-
What's good? I didn't get the reference, but
We'll
gone.
discuss it later.
Yes.
I'll clue you in.
All right.
Sure.
Well, speaking of being clued in, let's talk about the news quiz.
Just in case it comes up, Greg, you know there was a load of games released. I'm not going to talk too much in case it is, but there's a load of indie games released or announced, wasn't there? Like a load.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of stuff, and
In-
whatever we
just in
don't cover,
case.
Rich, whatever we don't cover in the news quiz, we can cover in From the Desk, the desktop. Excuse me.
Well, I was just going to say that just in case you said, can you name all 50? I memorized all 50 just in case.
That was not a question on the news quiz, but thank you for being prepared in that way.
Overly
good.
prepared.
Yes.
Over prepare and under deliver. That's what I do. Next. Tumbleweeds. Tumbleweeds.
Tumbleweeds. Yes, tumbleweeds. All right. Let us get on with the news quiz. Rich, you are going to be going second. Robin, you're going to go first. Nicole, you will be going last.
And are there other scores so far? I mean, I think I'm in the lead at the moment of all the quizzes.
That would be incorrect, but we'll have to recap at a later point because I don't have that pulled up in front of me. So just bear with.
Get it pulled up in front of you.
I'll just close all my news windows. 1 sec.
It's good. It's good that you close all your news windows. Stop looking at the chat. They're not going to be able to help you out because remember, they are delayed by a few seconds. So we don't, it's not going to help you on the news quiz. Just saying. Now, in terms of the news quiz lead, so we're looking at the news quiz tracker so far. Now there have been a couple weeks. We haven't actually had news quizzes. So for those people that are trying to count, and we're at 310, we don't have 310 news quizzes. We've had 3 weeks where there haven't been news quizzes. However, as it stands, Mike Chin, ironically, is in the lead with 2 wins on the news quiz for this year. Yes.
How many have I had, Greg?
Mr. Webster, you are at 1.5, and you've got 1.5 because how could you win half a news quiz? Because you tied with Fraser one podcast.
Curling hero.
Yes. So we had a tie, which should never happen, but I was ill prepared for that particular news quiz, and the tiebreaker question you guys, I believe, actually tied on as well. I forget how it went down, but needless to say, we ruled it a tie.
Yeah. So swords fell, and we all went home for tea.
Exactly. Mark and Nicole both have 1 win each.
Okay, I'm leaning forward in my seat like Top Gear now. I'm leaning forward, waiting for that time.
He's getting ready.
You are not on the board yet, Robin. You're not on the board yet.
Is it a big round figure?
A big round figure, yes. It looks very
Can
much
everybody
like a
give
donut.
me a wizard? Wizard! Yes. Fantastic.
All right. Now, let's get into this. Robin.
I can't go backwards, can I?
You cannot. You cannot.
Only ways up.
First question, Robin Tate. By the way, I should point out there are 9 questions to the news quiz this week. The first 2, 5 points each. The last one being 10 points. Robin Tate. Valve has entered a formal partnership with what company to make a VR headset? Is it A, HTC, B, Samsung, or C, Vizio?
Yeah, well, they've got together with Samsung and they've asked developers to go out there and come up with a plan of action, an app, a killer app, as part of a competition, and they put some money towards it as well. So, there you go. There's your answer.
Robin Tate, you are wrong!
Oh, Frank, no!
Valve,
No!
Valve has
I heard
formed
this week.
Valve has formed a relationship with Taiwanese smartphone and tablet maker HTC to help create a virtual headset called the Vive, which is powered by Valve's Steam VR. So there you go.
Who
Valve
was that
though.
that went to Samsung?
Samsung has actually made their own Gear VR.
Oh, do you know what? There's been that many
Yes.
VR headsets at GDC this week that Harmonix went, frig it, let's just make more plastic stuff. Oh, goodness me. I can't believe I got that wrong.
It's okay.
Okay.
Don't panic.
All right.
Don't
I thought
panic,
was
Robin.
there. I thought it was so
I know, you were
professional
so
with that answer.
confident. You were so confident.
Right.
Richard
Carry
Webster.
on.
Richard Webster. Leaked screenshots have revealed what about the next PS4 update 2.50? Is it A, the suspend resume feature, B, stability fixes, or C, a controller firmware update?
Just to prove that I'm not cheating, I'm going to answer this blindfolded.
Oh,
I have a visual. Rich has just knocked over everything on his desk. We've gone into mass pandemonium because literally his camera got knocked over, his microphone got knocked over, and Rich is completely silent at this point.
His fish are at risk.
I know. He's literally the camera right now. I can see his screen, his keyboard. It's all upside down.
Do do do
I know.
do 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 do. Move
you
on.
know why?
Carry
Because
on.
he's checking his phone.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, yeah.
There's one little finger.
He's phoning 118,
Did
118.
you phone a friend, Rich? Did you phone a friend?
Oh, we can't
we
hear him.
still
That's
can't hear
even
you.
better.
Yes. This is fantastic podcasting. The chat by
Okay.
now has probably answered the question 3 times over.
I'm here. It's all right. It's fine. I honestly don't know. Can I have the answers again?
Yes, you may. So, what is coming up in the next PS4 update? Is it A, the suspend resume feature, B, more stability fixes, or C, a controller firmware update?
I'm just gonna guess because I honestly don't know. I don't think it's the controller one because Microsoft did that. Let's say stability fixes.
Richard Webster, you are wrong.
I knew
No.
that one.
In fact, the main features of the 2.50 update coming up is, in fact, the suspend and resume feature, which has been long overdue since Sony announced it back in the initial announcement of the PS4 that it would be there. Other
What's
things.
suspend resume? Like standby.
So it's kind of like standby, but basically you can power down your console into a power save setting, and say you were playing the golf club, and you turn off your PS4, and then you come back to your PS4, you turn it on, and you click on the golf club, and it takes you right back to where you left off in the game.
That's a
No
good feature.
loading, nothing like that. Yes. I would like to point out it's a feature that's on the Xbox One. Just to say.
Yeah, yeah. Is that? Oh, sorry, because that's new, isn't it? All right, okay.
Long overdue, but it's good that they're getting it done. I am happy for PS4 owners
Yeah,
because they will absolutely
so
love this feature. It's great when you're in the middle of playing a game and suddenly you have to just shut off. Especially those of us with kids know there's times where things just happen. You're like, ah, crap. And now you can just, power down, leave the game on, literally power down, come back to it. It's going to be right there.
You can't do that on PC,
You cannot.
No?
No.
Shame.
It is a shame. Although technically, Rich, in some ways you could because you can just leave your PC on, let it go into hibernation kind of mode, and then bring it out of hibernation and it would be there. It's similar.
So we've had that feature for 20 years.
Shut up, Rich. All right. Other things that are coming in this update. You can adjust the accessibility settings such as zooming and the button assignments. Delete trophies with 0% out of your list of trophies. You can search trophy details on the internet, including screenshots of scenes with trophies. You can share play at 60 frames per second, and you can share trophy details and screenshots. Congratulations.
Nice.
More importantly, Rich, you got that wrong as well. This is not starting off brilliant for the two of you, but Nicole, the door is open. Are you ready, Nicole?
Sure.
Metal
Give
Gear
her a Steam
Solid.
question, Greg.
Steam was on the almost there.
Okay.
Nicole, Metal Gear Solid 5 has a release date when for consoles? Is it A, September 1st, B, October 1st, or C, November 1st?
I hate you right now.
Why they
You always say that. You always say
I know,
hate you
because
right
I'm like
now
the
when he
most-
gives you a question.
I'm the most hated person on the internet, apparently.
Because I knew the first two questions, and then he always asks me the one that I'm like iffy on, and it ticks me. I'm like, how do you do that? How do you manage to pick the questions I don't have the answers to ask me?
Wizard!
I mean, I even read an article on. Well, just in case you have it as a quiz,
Exactly,
just
yep.
something else.
Yep. I had
And
this
I'm like-
conversation with Rich earlier. I'm all, don't start talking about news because you
I
never know if it's going to be
know.
on the news quiz. Nicole, give me a release date. When is it coming for consoles? September 1st, October
We'll just
1st?
go with November because I don't know. I don't know.
Okay,
I honestly.
Nicole, you are 100% Wrong! In fact, if you want
Yeah.
to play on the Xbox One, the Xbox 360, the PS4, or the PS3, you can get your hands on Metal Gear Solid 5 on September 1st. The game will then be released on PC via Steam a few weeks later, September 15th. So there we
Why
go.
didn't you ask me the other two, damn it?
Better luck next round, Nicole. The good news for all three of you, the field is wide open. No, nobody's happy
Big
about this.
fat goose
No, I'm
egg.
not going there.
All right, Robin, round 2. Here we go.
Okay.
Robin, Harmonix has announced it's bringing Rock Band back to the PS4 and the Xbox One.
Yes.
How many songs are they looking to potentially bring over to these platforms in the new game? Is it A, 2,168, B, 2,564, or C, 2,852?
That's not the question that I needed for this question. I knew about this, but I know you're allowed to port over a lot of your stuff. I know that the Beatles stuff isn't coming over, and there's some other bits and pieces for licensing reasons aren't coming over, and some of the Rock Band 3 stuff isn't. Anyway, so it can't be the top level. It can't be the total amount. So I'll stick for the figure in the middle, if you don't mind. It's about, what was that, 2.5?
2,564 songs.
That seems like a sort of a safe enough bet that I can't wait to get my plastic out when I hear they're going to try and set it up that you can use. You're going to tell us this now anyway. Some new of your old instruments as well.
Right,
Of your
right.
plastic fun. Make it plastic, hinting that people should tweet off to Phil Spencer to say, please make our old plastic fantastic again. So I can't wait to play Rock Band again. Oh, it's so good. I know
Well,
I have
Robin-
it there on my 360, but I want to play it with the new stuff, new and shiny. Anyway,
Robin,
tell me the answer.
I will tell you the answer, Robin. When you do get Harmonix's new game, Rock Band, on your PS4 or Xbox One, hopefully they will have been able to port over 2,168 of their songs in a video they released, the release video, as a matter of fact, for the game. They talked about it. They have a catalog of over 2,168 songs that they are trying to bring over and prepping to bring over. However, you never know. Not all 2,168 may make it over. As you said, there are some licensing issues that do happen and come up. Also, at the time, they could not confirm whether your plastic guitars would in fact work. In fact, as we stand right now, they won't work, but there's hopes that there's going to be a dongle that you might be able to get to make them work. All right.
Gotta love the dongle.
So I got that wrong then, did I?
You did, in fact, get that wrong. Mr. Webster, are you ready?
Yes.
Mr. Webster, Phil Spencer took the stage at GDC to talk about Windows 10 integration and DirectX 12. During his talk, he hinted at the efficiency of DirectX 12 and what it means for hardware. Not only will it help the CPU performance, he said, but it would also give a boost to GPU performance. Of how much? Did he say it would be 10%, 20%, or 30%?
I think it's 20%, but don't stake your life on it.
Richard Webster, are you staking your answer on it? That's the question.
Wholeheartedly.
Richard Webster, you are 100% right!
Oh,
Yes, in fact, during his speech, Phil Spencer did talk about DirectX 12 and said not only will it improve CPU performance by up to 50%, depending on how the game is developed, but it will also improve GPU performance by up to 20%. So there you go, Mr. Webster. Well done. You are on the board with 5 points.
I like
Well
Phil
done,
Spencer.
Richard. Yeah, that's
Thanks,
right.
mate.
Cool dude.
I like
I
Phil.
didn't
And I think
understand.
Phil likes
I
me.
didn't understand his T-shirt. What was the T-shirt? What does that mean? The
That
big
was
X.
a DirectX
Mine-
12.
Mine goes to 12. Was that it?
DirectX 12. Yep. There you go.
I should really have done that. Okay. Carry on.
All right, Nicole, are you ready?
As I'll ever be.
Nicole, the space trading flight sim Elite Dangerous will be making its console debut on what platform? A, PS4, B, Xbox One, or C, Wii U?
That's funny because I freaking tweeted that to Dan the other day. I was like, oh my God, look. So I think that's funny.
That is quite funny. I laughed. I'm laughing right now.
Oh,
I would
bite me,
I would
Rich.
laugh if you would give me the answer.
Oh, I don't really remember, but I'm thinking it was the Xbox One. I'm thinking. But I just remember tweeting it to Dan.
Nicole, are you
Hardly
stating
Dan.
your answer on this?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the one.
Going with the one. Nicole, you would be 100% right!
Oh yeah, I'm so happy
Yes.
for
Phil
that.
Spencer did kick off the Microsoft talk by announcing their partnership with Frontier Studios, by the way, who made Scream Ride. And it would also continue on with Elite Dangerous making its debut on the Xbox One first this year. It later was noted that it is coming to the PS4 as well, so everybody is happy. Everybody's getting Elite Dangerous, and they can do some space trading flight sim stuff.
Do you know what? That game looks really good, but I'm holding off
Are you holding
until
up for Star Commander or whatever it's called?
Star Command. Yeah, that one looks more interesting to me. I'm holding out for Elite Dangerous to include the planet exploring. When it gets to that stage, that's when I'll probably buy it.
Did you play Elite as a youngin, Richard, or like in nappies?
No.
Oh no, God, it was so good. I spent so many hours at my parents' roost base, and that's where I had all my Commodore 64 set up with Elite on it. Oh wow! And I had the poster up of all the different spaceships, the Cobras, and starting off at Lave Station with nothing, and trading narcotics and skimming the sun for solar radiation and picking up cargo. Oh, such you get lost in that. Just I can't wait
like
to get
my
back
life
and
right
feel that
now.
again.
Trading for drugs,
Oh,
skimming off some
yeah.
solar energy for the.
Yeah, Elite on Xbox.
Robin,
Yo,
Robin, you are down, my friend, right now.
I am a bit.
You're not on the board yet.
Nope.
However, this question's worth 10 points, so you get this right, all the pressure goes on the other guys. All right?
Okay, I'll pressure them.
Here we
All right.
go. Robin, Bethesda got into the announcement game this week, and they announced what game? Is it A, Wolfenstein: The Old Blood, B, Wolfenstein: Order of the Blood, or C, Wolfenstein: The Old Order? Don't make me say it again, please.
Confusion.
Could you say that again?
All right, so Bethesda announced a new game this week. Is it A, Wolfenstein:
Three.
The Old Blood, B, Wolfenstein: Order of the Blood, or C, Wolfenstein: The Old Order?
Damn it! I read this today.
I almost sent you guys a message in WhatsApp, and then I was like, no, they're gonna make fun of me because I'm so excited about this fucking game.
Or
Well,
Greg might shout
it's-
at you like he did to me.
Okay, well, I know. What I do know, it's a complete standalone package. It's not
Right.
like DLC. It is a standalone.
Yep.
The Old Order, is that Order 1886? That 5-minute game? No, it's
People are going to hate you for that, Robin. Careful.
Haters gonna hate. The Old Blood.
Stupid wanker.
The old. Hello, Mark. Hope you're feeling better. The Old Blood. The blood. What?
All right, so your choices are A, Wolfenstein: The Old Blood, B, Wolfenstein: Order of the Blood, or C, Wolfenstein: The Old Order.
Order of the Blood sounds. Yeah, Old Blood sounds like something that's lying around that came out of Parsnip's nose. Yeah, the old order or order. What was the middle one?
Order of the Blood?
Order of the Blood. The Order of the Blood. The Order of the Blood. Yeah. Okay. Go for it.
Robin Tate, you are 100% wrong! It is
Sick. Am I ever going to
Wolfenstein.
get a break on these flipping quizzes? Oh,
I knew that one too because I was all excited.
Wolfenstein:
funny.
The Old Blood is set in early 1946. BJ Blazkowicz will embark on a two-part mission in the game. The first, titled Rudy Yeager and the Den of the Wolves, and sees BJ battle a maniacal prison warden as he breaks into Castle Wolfenstein in an attempt to steal the coordinates of General Deathhead's compound. Wow.
Did you say maniacal as
Man-
opposed to
maniacal. Yes, I did. I need caffeine at this point. Either way, I'm excited for this. It's going to be standalone. It's going to be priced at $20 US, which I'm assuming is going to be like 24 pounds. think that's about
No,
the
like
exchange rate?
15.
Or 15 pounds. All right. Good point. Good
Yep,
point.
you're on the wrong direction.
I know. I'm going the wrong direction. Sorry. Don't panic. It is a standalone game for the PS4, Windows PC, and the Xbox One. So there you go.
So excited.
Also,
I'll
kind
just
of.
ask, it
Yeah.
says 1946.
Yes.
I've not played Wolfenstein for a while. Didn't the war end in 45?
So you think.
Ah, I like where your head's at, DeLacy. Could I just quickly say that Verbal Rob is correcting us? Did we say Star Commander before when we were
did.
talking about Elite?
And it was incorrect.
Yeah, it's Star Citizen. I knew that.
Yes.
You knew that. But obviously, we're just high off the euphoria of podcasting. It just slipped.
Absolutely high off the euphoria of podcasting. All right, Robin, I apologize. You are out of the running now for the news quiz. You were right there, though.
I demand a recount.
We'll recount the hanging chads
I'm
later.
I'm gonna get the money from FEMA and get it back again. Why do I feel like playing Monument Valley this week? I don't know. It must be
I bought
subliminal.
it. I bought it. I bought it today on my phone.
I wonder why. Anyway,
Rich,
carry on.
Rich, it's down
Yes.
to you and Nicole. You guys are both tied right now, 5 points apiece.
Let's do
This
this.
is a
I'm ready.
10-point question. Really, it boils down to if you get the question right, you potentially win. It's now or never. Rich, NVIDIA unveiled their Shield box. The question for you is how much is that going to cost? And unfortunately, you have to give it to me in US dollars, Rich. Is it A, $99, B, $199, or C, $299?
Greg, you asked me the wrong question because I looked into this story quite heavily because I was very excited until I saw the Steam box thing. Hold on. Have you got any questions about Steam boxing?
No, Steam Boxing, as far as I know, Steam Boxing died out a few years ago during the revolutionary times, and they went to just standard boxing.
No, I mean the little thing from Steam. Have
Yes.
you got a question? You have.
No, we'll get
No.
we'll let you get into Steam boxes.
Okay, well, I was going to get one of these NVIDIA consoles until I saw this Steam box thing or announcement. So I'm going to go with $199, Greg.
Well, Mr. Webster, you would be right. Yes, in fact, the NVIDIA Shield box can boast such feats thanks to the Tegra X1 processor. It houses as basically. Oh god, I'm getting lost up here. Sorry about that. It has an NVIDIA chip that provides twice the power of an Xbox 360 with 1/8 of the power of consumption and an onboard 8-core processor and 3 gigabytes of RAM. The system also has 20 gigabytes of built-in memory. The NVIDIA Shield box launches in May at a price of $199 US. Interestingly enough, it also is designed to work with the NVIDIA Grid, which is their streaming service.
Yeah.
So
their
again, we see
online version.
another company diving into streaming services for video games. You may not want to believe it, folks, but that is where this whole industry is going. Don't kid yourselves. Streaming video games is going to be the reality, probably for the next console. There's the whole disc base, the whole installing of stuff. It's going to go by the wayside, and you're just going to be tapping into services and streaming your games, and probably hating it. But Rich, well done. Nicole,
Yes, sir.
big pressure, Nicole. Big pressure.
I have that on my chest every day. Move on. Go.
Nicole, the next big Sony exclusive Bloodborne has
Because
announced
boobs.
Yes.
because boobs. All right, sorry folks, inside joke. The next big Sony exclusive Bloodborne has announced its file size, or I should say its file size was leaked by a back of the box screenshot. Nicole, how big or how much room do you need on your hard drive in order to play Bloodborne? Is it A, 39 gigabytes, B, 41 gigabytes, or C, 43 gigabytes?
7 inches.
Wow. Boobs and yeah, because boobs.
Whiter than white, boys. Whiter than white.
I'm sorry. Just go with whatever's in the middle because
So you're going to say
I can't
41
quit laughing now.
gigabytes, Nicole? 41 gigabytes to go along with the 7 inches.
Sure.
Nicole, you would be 100% right! Yes, in fact, the Bloodborne game is going to require a minimum of 41 gigabytes of hard drive space. So, for those not counting, that is 10% of your actual hard drive space because you only get about 408 gigabytes of usable space on the PS4 drive once everything is installed and it's up and running. So, you know what that means? We have a tie.
That's
We have
funny.
a tie. Now, Rich is looking steely-eyed. He is prepared for this. Nicole, are you prepared for this?
I can't quit laughing, but go ahead.
I can assure you the answer to this next question is not 7 inches. All right. Closest without going over wins. Fair enough? Fair enough.
Okay.
Nicole, since you are the visiting team, give me odd or even, Nicole. Odd or even.
Odd.
Rich, do you want to take the question first or do you want to give it to Nicole first?
I'll give it to Nicole first.
All right. Nicole, we just talked about the PS4 hard drive space once it's installed, how much actual space it has. Nicole,
It wasn't-
what is the usable space after you set up your Xbox One? How much of that 500 gigabyte hard drive is actually usable?
Oh my god.
Rich, hands up in the air. Hands up in the air. Thank you.
Sorry, I was just chatting to a friend. Sorry.
Right. Google is not your friend.
I have to give you like an actual number. Or can I give you like a percent?
You have to give me a number. Closest without going over will win.
I know that they really jacked us up on the 360. Usable out of, and it's how
500 gigabyte hard drive. What, after you install it, you set up the console, how much of that data is actually usable for game installs?
I know why do I? There was something funny about this. Holy shit! Hold on. Oh my god, I'm like sweating over here. No, because I remember there was like a joke with it, like you had as much usable space as the previous, like the 360. Hold on. Like you had as much usable space.
Cool.
God, what the hell?
Give
Like
me
300.
a number. Give me a number.
360.
Nicole.
Because I remember it had something to do with the 360, so I'm just going to go with the name of the Xbox.
All right, so you're saying 360 gigabytes.
Sure, why not? I just remember it being something stupid.
All right, Rich, what is your answer?
400 megabytes. I want to mention gigabytes.
Can I answer?
Well, Robin, you can take part just for
Go
funsies.
for
No.
it. No?
No.
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 I would hate to tarnish my unblemished record so far. So no. No bytes.
Well, this round is going to Nicole. The usable space on the Xbox One is 362 gigabytes of storage once you install everything.
See, I remember it had something to do with the 360, but it was like a joke. Like,
Yeah,
That's-
I was anticipating Mr. Webster to go with 361. Had he done that, he would have locked you out easy. And he said he went for it. He went for 400.
I was being
Yeah.
a gentleman.
He's crying. He's crying, folks. I
don't
actually
be a
see
gentleman.
tears streaming down his face.
Poor sweet boy. Aw.
All
I'll
right,
get you a
well done,
biscuit.
Nicole. Once again, your crazy way of doing these news quizzes has once again won you a news quiz. It's yeah.
Don't
did
you
I
like
do?
my retarded conversations?
Robin, for your expert knowledge in the news quiz, you get the first trivia question that has been given to us by Mr. Jason Johnson, Teflon 212.
Jason Johnson, here he is. He's the man with the trivia. Thank you. Ching.
Somebody record that. All right, Mr. Tate, what year was the first SimCity released? Was it A, 2003, B, 1989. I was going to say 1899.
1866.
So 2003, 1989, or C, 1993, or D, 1999? Original SimCity. First one. What
You
year?
mixed them all up. 1993, 1999.
I did not do that. Jason Johnson did that, just for the record.
2003.
2003. Here, we'll go in chronological order.
Yeah,
We'll make it a
please.
little easier. 1989,
93.
1993,
93.
99, or 2003?
Don't think it was as far back as 89. 93 sounds likely because you had SimCity 2000, which came out in about 99. So, had to be before that. So, a very badly educated guess is 1993.
Mr. Tate, you would be wrong.
Oh, for
Nicole,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm going to push this over to you. What year was the first SimCity released? 1989, 1999, or 2003?
89.
Nicole, you are right. 1989 is in
bitch.
fact the year the first SimCity was released.
Sweaty bitch.
All right, 89. I know that one. Keep moving.
Mr. Webster.
You called me a bitch.
A sweaty one.
Mr. Webster, it's coming to you now. In the original Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, on what planet is the Jedi Temple located? Is it A, dear God help me, A, Taurus, B, Korriban, C, Manan, or D, Dantooine?
Corbus.
Mr. Webster, you are wrong.
Dantooine.
Mr. Tate, what do you say?
What's the question again?
What was the what was the planet the Jedi Temple was located on Star Wars The Knights of the Old Republic? Is it A, Taurus, C, because we know B is incorrect, C, Manan, or D, Dantooine?
Well, I know the name Dantooine, so, and that's in sort of the films. So Dantooine.
Mr. Tate, I am sorry to say you are right! Good job!
No.
Yes.
There's something wrong. I have to be wrong. I can't be right. I've never been right
I'm sorry,
before.
Mr. Tate, you got that question correct.
Oh dear. Let me land my plane on a golf course quickly. Oh, goodness me. That's fantastic.
Oh, nicely done. All right, now we are at the final question, which is our famous back-of-the-box question, which is I'm going to read a back-of-the-box description, and Nicole is going to guess the name of that game based on that back-of-the-box description. Nicole, are you ready?
No.
Here we go, Nicole.
Make sure no one's typing.
Nobody's
Hands
my
up.
hands are in the air.
Hands
Trust
up in
me.
the air,
How can you type this out?
because boobs. Nicole.
I'm gonna have to explain that joke to everybody.
All
Because
right,
it's funny.
here we go.
I-
2013 AD. Humanity's dusk. Countless demons walk the earth. Just before the loss of all hope, a woman appears. She wields an intense magic of witch and a huge weapon, the Gunrod. Her name, Alicia. What game is this?
Fuck if I know. Jesus.
Pretty sure that's not a game title. Just gonna throw that out there.
Yeah, but I think a fuck if I know is like part. Anyway, I really haven't a clue.
Would you like me to read it again?
No, because I really haven't a clue. Why pain me twice? I don't read the back of the box. That's the problem.
You like the pretty pictures. All right.
Do.
So no guess at all.
No, because like if it's not a Gears title, I really don't remember them. Sorry.
Fair enough. Mr. Webster, do you need me to read it again? I will give
Please,
everybody
yeah.
one more reading.
Yeah, please.
Here we go. 2013 AD. Humanity's dusk. Countless demons walk the earth. Just before the loss of all hope, a woman appears. She wields the intense magic of a witch and a huge weapon, the Gunrod. Her name, Alicia.
It must be an old game because it's one of them games where 2013 was like futuristic.
It is worth pointing out that you get a kudo for that one, Rich.
Yeah. The Gunrod, Demons Walk the Earth.
It's probably a Steam game, just to help you out there.
2013 AD. God. I don't know. Could it be one of the very first Final Fantasies? Because I didn't play any of them. But then again, if it's set in this universe, then it's probably not. I'm not even going to guess closely. Shall I just make one up?
Sure, go for it. Make one up.
Yeah. Let's go for Mario Kart.
Mario Kart. Rich, close. I mean, if you close your eyes, they probably are going to be very similar, or maybe not. But no, Rich, unfortunately, no, it is not Mario Kart. That means, Mr. Tate, all of your Google finding, have you been able to pull it up? Is the chat helping you at all?
The chat said Dora the Explorer.
Also incorrect. The chat has lost this news quiz as well.
Okay, well, Big Weapon.
I'm gonna throw some little assistance out here because Mr. Webster had a good point. 2013. Obviously, it's not a game coming out right now. Okay.
Is it?
Nicole was incorrect in that it's a Steam game because it's a back-of-the-box quote, which most PC games...
Oh, yeah, they don't have Steam.
Exactly.
I mean, boxes. They have Steam, no boxes.
They have Steam. So that helps you out there.
I kind of think that this is an old Metrovania game that's maybe Teflon's being a bit topical here because I think there's a remake of a game about it's called Heart 4 or something, Heart 4th Alicia. Is it a Castlevania again? Is it Symphony of the Day? Symphony of the Night?
It is not.
Okay.
I will just throw this out there. Teflon was just being a dick. I mean, he's messing with you guys hard on this one. I don't think any of us would have gotten this no matter what, unless you had played this game, and it was an obscure Xbox title. I don't think it came out in anything else. Bullet Witch.
Bullet Witch.
Bullet Witch.
I had to look it up.
The gun rod is the giveaway on this. The gun rod was the big feature, if you will. That
sounds a bit phallic, Greg. So it does.
Well, the game was quite phallic and had a lot of racy, Japanesey overtones to it. I mean, it was like Bayonetta before Bayonetta. How's that?
Okay.
All right. Well done, and thank you, Jason,
Well
for sending in those questions, even though you were being a dick.
Sorry, did someone win that trivia quiz?
Nicole.
Who would that have been?
Nicole, with her second win in a row.
Excellent.
Yes. So, Nicole, well done. Well played. And that means we can get out of the news quiz. And we can talk a little bit about what's been going on at GDC with some of our from the desktop goodness. Mr. Webster, you have 50 games to read off, right? Don't read off 50 games, Chris. Don't. No.
I'm going to give developer, publisher, and I'm going to list all the developer names. We're going to be here a while. Pull up a chair.
You have 29 minutes.
You have less than 29 minutes because yeah. Rich, what other news did we not cover from GDC? There was some other good stuff going on.
Yeah, there was some good things. There wasn't too much that I need to do a whole podcast on. So don't.
No. But let's talk about real quickly. So some of the big things that we didn't even touch on, but Unreal Tournament goes free, or not Unreal Tournament, Unreal Engine goes free. Epic releases that out free to everybody.
Yeah, Unreal 4 is now free to use for making your games.
Right. Unity 5, I believe, also followed a similar route, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know.
I don't know on Unity 5. I know they showed off Unity 5, but I thought their pricing model is kind of similar. It's got some kind of free play element to it, or a free usage element to it. In fact, both Epic and Unity are out there doing this. And the ironic part about it, everyone's like, oh, they're releasing it for free. And Valve did the same thing with
source
the
code,
source,
source 2.
Yeah, they released that for free, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, they're being so generous. They're releasing." No, all of these have a back end agreement where it's like you promise X amount of percentage of gross revenue, or in Valve's case, you just have to put the game on Steam. And then, of
Yeah.
course, if you're putting it on Steam, Valve's getting a 30% cut of your revenue. So there's an underlying thing with all of these that they're sucking people in to use their engines with a zero barrier to entry on the front end, and then they're getting their cut once it goes public and is out there and being bought. So
I think what the way they're going with it is, I think it's more geared towards maybe the self-published indie
completely.
developers.
Completely.
They're the ones who are gonna pay for a publisher anyway, so they might as well pay a fee for the engine like a publisher fee at the end once they've made the game.
Well, you also think about it, though. If you think about it, the indie scene has just exploded so big the past, I don't know, 5 years or so. It's really become huge, not just on PC, but on consoles. And so I'm sure these guys are looking at it, and their engine usage was going down because there was this exorbitant front cost. And
Yeah.
so they want people to make games on their engine so they can make money. So, hey, we'll give it to you for free, just as long as you promise to give us a cut of whatever you make. And it's a good model for indie developers for sure.
Definitely. It means me and you, Greg, we can download Unity now and start making a game together for
I'm
free.
100% going to do that, and my game is going to be a dot that you can push around the screen.
I'm gonna make a
Also-
sequel to Bullet Witch and throw it at Teflon's face. Hashtag.
We do love you, Jason. Do not take this to heart. We want more trivia from you. So yes. Anyway, so those were some of the big engine announcements. I'm trying to think of what other big takeaways there were from the conference.
For PC stuff, Valve showed off the final design for the Steam controller.
Looks crap.
Yes. So
It's
now
finalized. I mean, the material might change, they said. The button material might change, the controller material, but the actual architecture is finished. It's done.
right, and it basically it has the haptic feedback thumb dish, if you will, on the left side, and then it's a thumb stick on the right side, if I'm not mistaken. And
No, you have
or have them reversed.
a haptic disc with it also operates as a D-pad in the top left. Then you have a joystick in the bottom left. You have the haptic disc in the top right, and then the face buttons bottom right. So the face
Okay, I had 'em
buttons are where
reversed.
your right stick would be on a 360 pad.
Got it. So basically, this controller is designed to kind of work in both universes. It's designed to give you the control of a keyboard and mouse, if you will, for those kind of strategy games, and it probably will do it slightly less as efficiently as a keyboard and mouse would. And then you have it as a regular gamepad. And again, it's probably going to do it a little bit less efficient as a normal gamepad, given the way it's set up. So it's skirting the line for both and trying to give a solution to both, and it doesn't really do either one well.
Yeah, well, when it's got two options built into it, which you switch in the Steam settings itself. It's got like Steam controller mode, where it tries to emulate a mouse. So the
Right.
haptic pad will be like mousy. I don't know any other way to describe it, where you basically continually swipe across it to move round and round and round, like you would a mouse. You
Right.
move a mouse around a trackpad.
Right.
And then you can switch it to controller mode, where it'll work in that you have a radius or a range of movement, like a joystick. So you can switch to that. So if you're playing let's say Just Cause 3, you might want to switch it to control pad mode. But then if you want to go play Unreal Tournament, might want to switch it to the other mode. But PC Gamer, I think it might have been PC Gamer, it could have been IGN actually. They tried it out and they were complaining. The guy was complaining a little bit, saying like it wasn't really that good in Unreal Tournament.
Right.
And I felt like punching the guy in the fucking face. I know I'm supposed to be professional, but he plays the absolute worst example of why you need a mouse.
Yeah, but Rich, come on.
to
This
use
is what
control?
they're trying to say. They're trying to put this controller out there as this is the solution that'll allow you to play those type of games.
But his complaint was that it wasn't as good as a mouse.
Right.
Which is pretty much like saying a Ferrari isn't as good as a
Nice.
McLaren F1.
Yeah,
it's a
but-
good car, but it's not the best car you can buy.
Okay, but a counter argument to that is, why do I need to buy this controller when my keyboard and mouse does better, and my keyboard and mouse typically comes free with my computer?
Because you decide for yourself whether you will gain more benefit from being able to sit on the couch with a pad or being able to play slightly better sat on a desk on your computer. So
Slightly
it's-
better, or
there's a trade-off, you see. It depends what type of game. Like, generally, I think in most PC games, you'll play pretty much the same way, and you'll get better with the controller the more you use it. You don't really need absolute 100% pinpoint precision in every PC game you'll play. There's only a handful you actually need it for. Look at Battlefield 4. Like, you could probably get fantastic at Battlefield 4 using a controller. The Steam controller
pretty
emulated
sure
mouse.
the
You probably could.
the PC Master Race is going to be coming for your PC card any moment now, Rich. Because what you're saying is blasphemy. I don't know.
Possibly. Well, when you look at the broad spectrum, Greg, like we can sit here and say, like, and by we I mean the Master Race, like keyboard and mouse is better. It's like, well, yeah, but so's a 50-inch monitor compared to a 20. But do you need a 50-inch for every game? No.
Yes.
Do I need a mouse and keyboard? No, monitor, as in 4 inches from your face. Like the vast majority of the 4,500 games on Steam, you don't need a mouse to be able to play it like your best. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
You
All
just
right.
don't need it.
So
There's only really a handful of games that you desperately need a mouse for precision or movement. Now, I can't really speak as to the pros of the controller because I haven't gotten my hands on it yet, but I will be buying one and testing it out. And I want to play like turn-based strategies and maybe MMOs and see how it fares with that. I will never play it to use on Counter-Strike because I wouldn't be that dickhead that goes, oh, well, let's see if my controller's better than my mouse in the worst type of Twitch shooting ever. It's just not going to happen, and I won't be trying it in Unreal Tournament. But I might give it a go in Battlefield and see how it plays, just for shits and giggles.
all right. Shits and giggles.
Shits and giggles. And they also announced
Yeah,
the
but
Steam
do you not
boxes
think?
as like
Do you not
official
think? Do
hardware.
you not think? Sorry, do you not think, Rich, that you've got this controller? You know, if you're playing with a 360 controller on your PC, which would be good, yeah, which it is, and that's the common way now.
Yeah.
And if you finish that game, you'll get up and go to the PC. You're not gonna fiddle with some wee touchpads. You still want to have that full control of mouse and keyboard. I mean, surely are they not inventing something here that doesn't need to be invented?
I think
No?
I think it's like, well, with me when I use my controller, I generally go in game mode. Like if I'm using my controller, I put my PC in the front room. I move my box into the front room and plug it into my TV because I've got like a nice like LCD or LED whatever TV. So I'll plug it in and I go into Steam mode and like I put Steam on and go in big picture and then it's just like playing Xbox Live. And I only do that if I know I'm going to play like 5 hours and just go between games. And then if I go back on my computer and I'm finished, I then come back to my desk. So I think it's to sell the PC in your living room, but you've got to also remember what else they've announced or what else they're sort of bringing out.
Yeah, let's dive into that because there were a couple other things that were related to the Steam box that did get announced.
Yeah, and they all feed into the like what you were saying, Robert, about when would you want to use the controller. So they come out with like there's a load of Steam boxes that they've got on their website now on Steam for they've got the prices and all whatever, like the specs and all this sort of stuff. So it's basically like the console version of a PC. But they've also announced, which is something that's quite exciting, is a Steam Stream box.
Right, and this, Rich, to me, is the solution that you want over buying a Steam box.
Definitely, that would solve my problem of carrying my PC.
And what is this
into the
solution,
front room.
Rich? Let's talk about it real quick.
It's a I'm guessing $50. I think that was the price I saw.
Right.
I don't think it was £50 or whatever. $50. It's a little box you put in your TV, and you can stream your Steam games from your PC to your Steam box over your network.
Right. So basically, it allows you, have your PC games running on your PC. You then can go into your living room, play it right on there, play it on your big screen TV without having to relocate your PC. To me, this is the kind of solution you want. I don't know.
Definitely. And like, say I was playing 3 hours of Just Cause 3, and I was chilling with my Steam controller on my TV, and then I felt like playing Unreal Tournament. I could then just come sit down on my computer and just carry on using my mouse on my PC. And it's that that's what I'm looking for, you see, because at the end of the day, like, I'm all about mouse and keyboard and PC and all that bullshit, but I love sitting back on my couch and chilling on GTA or Red Dead or whatever, and stuff like that. You just want to relax, and
There's nothing better than sitting back on the couch with your joystick in your hand.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, Battlefield 4, for me, I couldn't sit there on the couch and play it because I need to be able to get in the action. But Just Cause 3, just blowing shit up, I just want to sit back, 10 feet away from the TV and just chill.
Rich has literally moved away from the computer desk at this point, folks.
I know, but you guys finally made the conversation funny.
Yes, I know. I did that just for you, Nicole.
Thanks.
Next.
All right. Let's keep it moving here, Mr. Webster. Anything else before we move on?
Yeah, please don't send me hate mail for saying not every game needs a mouse. Listeners.
Oh, well, there was lots of stuff. I mean
there was a lot of news that
software-wise,
came. Yeah, there's a lot of
Fable Legends is free to play, or going to be free to play and cross-platform. We knew that bit already, but it's gone to the free to play thing.
Yeah. There's another game.
And there's tons and tons. I mean, they showed off Cuphead, which has got, again, the guys raving about it, and tons of Xbox ID games. I'm sure there was loads of Sony stuff as well, but just absolutely, I think it was about 40 odd Xbox ID games. So, yeah, it's cool. It's all looking fantastic ahead, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a lot of cross-platform play between PC and Xbox One. That's exciting. It will be good to be able to sit here and go, boys, should we have a game? I mean, you don't have a One, do you, Robin?
A what, sorry?
An Xbox One.
No, I don't like those.
He loves those.
Both have the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One.
He's just been a Sony fanboy of late.
So we'll be able to play a game together, all three of us. I don't have to go out and buy an Xbox One to play a game with you, and you don't have to go out and buy a PC to play a game with me.
Yeah, Fable Legends actually. One of the other little tidbits out of that. I know we've talked about it being free to play, but it's also going to be using dedicated servers through. I think they said the CloudGen dedicated servers. So there you have it.
Not work then. Okay. I just have to say I'm not terribly excited about Fable Legends, but sure, we'll have a look at it now. That'll be cool.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
So,
I can imagine it'll be a laugh, especially if we do a podcast day.
Yeah, well, it's nice to see the Microsoft guys getting their acts together and all these indie titles now coming out. So there's more of a parody all over now. So there's lots of stuff coming out for everybody.
Yeah, and there was a load of VR talk. Virtual reality headsets were all over the place.
God,
Project Morpheus had some new kind of tweaks to their design. New OLED screen, 120 frame refresh rate. Of course, we saw the Valve venture, the Vive, Oculus Rift also there, of course, in big fashion. So VR is not going anywhere. It definitely is becoming a thing. I still have a hard time getting behind it. That's just because of my lifestyle. It's not going to be something that I'm really going to be able to take advantage of. But you know what? If it's fun and it's exciting, I'm all for it. So who am I to say no? Who am I to say no to fun? What I will say
Who are you?
is, Rich, anything else?
I think there's one more thing I wanted to say. What the hell was it now? Out of GDC.
Think about that while I read this email. How's that? We got an email.
If you just, had 20 minutes of dead air, I'd prefer that.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
We're going to go into 20 minutes of dead air now, so Rich can think. In the meantime,
no, just read the email. That's fine.
love you, Rich. Old age, it has a way of doing this to you, Rich. You're turning 18. You're going to start losing your memory. It's going to happen.
It's horrible. I swear to God, it's horrible.
It's totally horrible. All right, Nicole, you read this email. You know Roberto.
I do. Hi all, greetings from my sun lounger on holiday in Spain. It's 25 Celsius, sunny, and the beer is cold and mega cheap. I'm jealous.
Nice.
Firstly, just wanted to alert my G4TE friends that I'm limited for gaming time at present and have been since Christmas. Hopefully, I'll be back online more within 2 months. Don't hit that unfriend button. My question is, anyone of the panel going to get their Elder Scrolls game now that it's non-subscription based? If yes, on PlayStation 4 or Xbox One. Thanks for a great show, Rob, aka Roberto UK 73.
Oh, thanks, Roberto.
Yes.
That's nice.
Robin, what do you think? Are you diving into the new Elder Scrolls game? Elder Scrolls Online?
Yeah, well, again, I mean, it's free to play as well. Isn't that correct?
No,
Yeah,
it is not. It is
you
not
have to
free to
buy
play.
it first.
You have to
No,
buy it. No subscription.
No, I can't see it. I really can't. I mean, I never finished Skyrim.
It's okay.
So
Neither did
I mean, why would I do this?
I love Skyrim though. I think for me, and this is just based on some of the early feedback from this game, I need to see kind of how it is on console and if they've made any kind of changes to some of the gameplay, because it did get some heavy criticism for being a little bit kind of too formulaic in its MMO-ness. So, you know, I want to see a little bit more before I commit to it, but I could definitely pick it up. I could see myself picking it up because I did love Skyrim, and it would be on the Xbox One for myself, at least for now. If for some reason down the road I get a PS4, maybe I would get it there, but probably Xbox One. Rich, I know you don't have an Xbox One or PS4 yet, but you could play it on PC. Is this a game that you're tempted by?
Yeah, definitely. The reason I didn't buy it originally was because it wasn't as great as an actual Elder Scrolls game. You know, commercially and critically, it didn't receive the same sort of reception. So I thought I'll wait till it goes free to play and just buy it. So I'll pick it up in a shop, maybe for like £20, and then just play it free forever. Check it out, see what's what.
All right. Okay.
I know Duke of Earl had played it on a beta, and I don't think he was overly impressed with it. And you can't get any more of a Skyrim fan apart from Richard, who hasn't probably completed the storyline in Skyrim yet. Maybe he has.
I think I've got
Anything else.
Do you know, it's weird. You know, I was going on my my Steam shit the other day, and some of like the hours like some of the hours I've put into games is like ridiculous. Like in Skyrim, I've got 341, and I've not even finished the story.
Wow!
In 4 years, that's a lot of hours.
That's some balls.
Yeah. Anyway.
Nicole,
Jesus.
what about you, Nicole?
I'm going to take the wait and see approach, and if I did get it, it would be when I get the one.
Okay.
Because I have Skyrim on the 360. Just keep with that family, that line.
All right. Okay. I see it. Yeah. Keep the bloodlines clean. There'll be
Yeah,
no
mixing.
cross pollination.
Nope.
Also, we call that incest, I believe. But
So, look, thanks, Roberto. That's great. Thank you very much for that.
Thanks for
yes,
the email.
great question. And moving on from that, Mr. Webster, would you please read this week's new releases?
You don't read the little chatty things. He said
Damn
he
it,
wasn't
I
going
do
to
not.
read them.
Nicole,
I'll
would
read
you
the-
somebody read
I'll
the
read the new
goddamn new
releases.
game?
Okay, well, I've got the new releases here. These are new releases from 7th of March to the 13th. We have Assassin's Creed Rogue on the PC. Atelier Shally, Alchemists of the Dusk Sea on PS3. City Skylines on the 10th of March. Devil May Cry, the Definitive Edition. Flame Over, which is a Vita game. Hotline Miami 2, which is on pretty much everything, apart from Xbox. Mushroom Men, Truffle Trouble, it's a PC game. Resident Evil Revelations 2, Episode 3, and that's pretty much everything. Here, that's quite good, actually. Sniper Elite 3, Ultimate Edition, on pretty much everything. Tokyo Twilight Ghost Hunters, that's a tongue twister, on PS3 and Vita. Ori and the Blind Forest, Xbox One and PC. Looking forward to that. Sid and Meier's Starships, and that's PC, Mac, and iOS. And Trine Enchanted Edition on the Wii U. And Codename STAM, Codename Steam on the 3DS. So yeah, stuff is starting to come again.
Yeah, yeah.
I think
definitely
the highlights in there for me are Ori and the Blind Forest. Definitely is a biggie. That's a biggie.
Sid Meier's Starships should be good too. If you love your strategy, spacefaring, space warfare games, that is a big one for sure. And by the way, I didn't know. Did you say Silly Skylines? Or did you say Cities Skylines? I heard
That's the
Sillies
code
in my
coming to me.
head, but I just want to make sure we were
Probably.
clear on that. Okay.
Where's cities?
Yes. Cities.
Cities. Skylines. Cities. We lad.
Sillies.
Cities.
Silly Skylines.
Hey, we lad. I'm from Belfast. That's cities. Cities Skylines. Turn up your panties out, wee
Alright.
fella. Take you up against the wall. Do your knees in. Hey, Reed.
Robin,
Fuck it,
thank
my
you
dad.
for that.
My dad's bigger than your dad. Ah, fuck you. Hey, Reed. In the head. Okay, carry on.
Yes, let's carry on. All right, let's talk about playdates this week. We have all kinds of stuff going on right now within the community. Of course, we have the Canadian Cult, also known as Clan Wars. Nicole, you are our Resident Evil, Resident Evil. Jesus. Wow,
She
there you
is.
go. You are our Resident
I'm
Evil
your
Canadian.
Resident Evil.
You are our Resident Evil Canadian Cult second in command. How's that?
Okay.
Is that pretty good?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah. All right. Give us the lowdown. What's going on in Clan Wars this week?
Well, we won our clan war from last week, and it is the first time we got triple digits. We won 111 to 39 against Les Chefs.
That is like a
And
landslide.
the French just said fuck it and left.
It's kind of what they do in all the wars, isn't it?
I know. This week, we are up against Black Mesa. And they have some interesting bases. I'll just go with that.
Careful of that.
And I know. So, and I'd also like to welcome to the clan Staple Bum 73, Little Bobby 66. JT Ubergeek joined a couple weeks back, but I think I forgot to add him to the list. So, throwing his name out there now. TH, Whiskey, Great O, and the last but not least is Jimbo. So that's our great update for the Clan Wars.
It's really hotting up for me now. My base is we got dragons for the war. Woo.
Oh, I know. Your son is so excited about getting his
Oh,
dragon.
do you know he studies this on YouTube? He studies attack strategies and
I know.
puts them up, and he's been discussing different attack strategies with different guys, and they're giving him hints. And
I will tell you
unbelievable.
that he has improved so much with his gameplay, his base, everything. It's like watching him flower. I'm so
He's
proud of your
nice.
boy.
And he's
Nice.
thankfully he's being polite on there as well, which is nice to see. So
No, he's a good boy, a good lad.
yeah, yes.
All
Yes,
right.
we do. We have some good kids on there, and that is it's a family clan, so there's no cussing, and as hard as it is, there's no innuendo.
No,
That's
only once.
we can go from that end of the spectrum all the way to the other end of the spectrum, which
here
would
we
be
go.
the golf club, also known as Clan Cult de Lacey. I want to welcome some new members to our club. And by the way, it so far is a men's club. There's we welcome women into the club, of course, but so far it has been a men's club only. Tuscan 77, Stu Lucky, and or actually I believe that might be Stu from the Veteran Gamers, and then also Verbal Rob joined up this past week. So all of them golfing away. And of course, we just got done. Well, we said we were going to go for 2 weeks on this last challenge. It proved out this was actually quite challenging. We're cutting it short. So the current challenge number 4, which was Powderfinger GC, you had to play it 2 times to get a score. It's now done. So where we're at on the scoring, The PC Knuckle Draggers actually bringing in the bottom this time. We've got the Taffman came in at -2 for his 2 rounds. Amras89 came in at -3. So Amras, Gary's doing great. He's slowly turning it around. He was just miserable early on in the week in the plus, like +20, and he's brought it back in. He's learning, so it's good to see. We've got Baricello's Chest at -3 as well, and then Gary, the real Defoe, he's at -8. We don't like Gary very much.
No, we love him. Behave.
Oh, come on. Gary, by the way, just in case anybody wonders, Gary and I are very good friends, love him to death. But, of course, he's a Broncos fan. So even though we are friends, he is my sworn enemy. It's a crazy relationship. It's a love-hate thing. All right, moving over to the Xbox One, we had Urban Big P at -7. Myself, Step J, and Chin Chinny, all of us at -11. And then TMG Cerberus came in at -13. And everybody thought that would be the score to beat. But oh no, we had the PS4. And Morty 1884 came in at -20. And
Holy
we
crap.
thought, holy crap, nobody's beating that. -20. Nobody is beating it. And then Manny Calavera came in at -22. And we thought, dude, there's no way anybody is beating that. And then there was Marcanix, and he came in, and we realized nobody was beating Manny Calavera at -22. Marcanix came in, unfortunately, at a +32.
Oh, right. Good lad. Well, see, the PS4 version is easier to play because it's been dumbed
Oh my
down. You
God.
see.
That's what I tell myself every time I
Yeah.
see Manny scores. But yes, so the challenge is being put to rest for this week, and we are coming out with a new challenge. So the next challenge is going to be you want to search in the golf club for OCX Gen Challenge 5. You probably have to find it in the tour section. I don't know if it'll come up under tournaments or tour, but check either one. You'll find it. OCX Gen Challenge 5. The course is going to be Magnolia National, Georgia, Thursday. Key part in there, Thursday. This is going to be the first time we're going to have handicap play going. So we're going to keep track of real scores and handicap scores. So there's going to be 2 different leaderboards, if you will. And, well, may the best golfer win,
Very good.
except for Manny
All good fun.
Calavera.
Oh, and your man there, your nemesis.
Well, I mean, he's going to get lower than me anyway, so I'm not worried about it.
Of course he is. He's not that
Take
good,
that, Gary. Anyway, all right. Track Racing League. We've got 2 things going on in the track racing leagues right now. The WEC World Endurance Cars. We are approaching the qualifying on March 9th, and then the racing begins on March 10th. And then the GT Touring Cars, which is going to be qualifying on March 16th. And race day is March 17th. So if you're into the racing, get up in there. Check out the track league, racing leagues. And we also have a Forza Hot Lap Challenge going on for March. The course is Catalunya Grand Prix. The car is the Ferrari number 12 Rizzi Jesus Christ.
Competizione.
Competizione F33 SP bullshit name car. And the tune is the P972 WEC 2015 tuned by the Henwood. You need to make sure all of that is set when you go to do the Hot Lap Challenge. And you need to make sure you are being faster than these 4 individuals at the moment, which Crashnick, who came in at 1 minute 50.218. Then we had Parsnip Nose 3000 at 142 and some change. And that change was not enough to get him ahead of TMG Cerberus, who came in at 142.532. But unfortunately, he was bested by the Taffman by almost 2 full seconds at 140.569. And of course, we do want to welcome TB Krashnik, who just joined about 5 minutes before we got the results over to the podcast today. So, welcome to the Hot Lap Challenge. Welcome to the community.
I'll be throwing some times down there this week, boys. Get ready.
Get ready. Bongo's getting in. Maybe we'll see the ball bag in there too. I think he usually has a pretty good time on these things. All right. Mr. Tate.
Awesome.
I'm getting tired of reading. I'm getting tired of talking. So
okay,
I'm going to
so
have
we've got
the
victory achieved. Yeah, so victory achieved. What the victory achieved is when you complete a game, a full game. When you complete that game, take a selfie of yourself and send it to G4TE or at G4TE.com on the Twitters, and put the hashtag victory achieved, and we'll pick it up nearly all of the time and give you a nice wee shout out here in the podcast and on Twitter. And you can win yourself some real money. We've got a £15 gift card and a $20 gift card for the gaming platform of your choice. And that will run until the 31st of March this month. So get your entries in. Lots more entries this week. Again, love to see it. Just to make it clear, it is a full game. It's not one episode of The Walking Dead or any of those Telltale games. Don't mind if it's a big DLC. You know, if it's a big package. That's
perfect example would be the new Wolfenstein game coming up.
Yeah, perfect. Or I think there's Dead Kings for Assassin's Creed, which is quite a long DLC package. So people that have completed games this week, we had Don. How do we pronounce this? Donn.
It's Donna.
Al. Donna.
Yeah.
Donna.
Yeah.
This is and with Jade Archer as well. They finished Borderlands the pre-sequel. Sorry, Jade, for missing that. Chris MJW. He's from another podcast somewhere. Boss, wave. And he finished Camus, Camui. Mr. Miyagi finished Assassin's Creed Unity. Pete was one of the first guys to finish Panumia, which is that sort of Roman puzzle game, sort of a Xbox ID game. It looks quite nice, odd. Jake's, which is Parsnip's son, finished Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, and he looked very, very proud in this photograph. Deshandi finished Dragon Age 2, eventually. Adamski finished Far Cry 4. Natras79 finished Assassin's Creed Unity Dead Kings. Teflon 12 admitted to finishing Dragon Ball Xenoverse. John Mouse finished The Order 1886, and 2 minutes after he started that game, he finished Tearaway. Mark Annex also finished The Order 1886, and he had posted it to Mark Annex and sent back again. It took 10 minutes. So and that's a lot. So lots of games completed this week. Well done, everybody. Congratulations.
In fact, while you were just reading that list out, I started and finished the order as well. So
Did you twice?
Yeah.
Seriously, you guys, you cannot make those jokes. I'm going to get the hate. I already had Greasy Fish Lips yelling at me because I said, don't buy the game, just rent it. And he was like, it's been fantastic for him. Look, I get it. The Order 1886, I don't think it's a bad game. I do think PS4 owners should play it. I just don't think you should pay full price for it because for most people, the value proposition, the replay just isn't there. So I say wait for it to go on sale, wait for a rent, get it cheaper. I just feel bad for anybody that gets this game at $60 and then at the end of the play, which typically you're going to be done within a week at best, you're going to be pretty disappointed that you can't do anything else really with the game.
I just want Mark to call us wankers again. So
yeah, he several times. Anyway, but let's stay positive here, folks. Let's talk about being part of this podcast. If you want to jump into the chat, or the chat, if you will, as we're podcasting live each week, it's real simple. Just type into your little browser live.g4te.com, and through the magic of the internet, you're going to be transported over to our Twitch page, where we sign in usually right around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And then Nicole, you probably, or somebody maybe, we'll have Nicole. You got to get ready to read off all of the people in the Twitch chat today so we can give them some shout outs and love. We haven't done that yet.
I know, and I was ready too earlier.
Well, are you ready now?
I still am ready. Can you believe it?
Nicole, Give it to us.
All right. Jade Archer was in the chat. And, of course, myself and Bongo. Teflon, Step J, Hardly Dan. I'm not going to mention Rich. He's already got a big head. Verbal Rob, JTL2877.
7 inches and a big head, Rich.
I didn't say yet. Oh, my God. Step J, Womble. Holy shit. Veteran Gamers. They weren't sure which one of them it was.
It's Mike.
You never know.
Oh, it was Mike? Okay.
It is Mike, yeah.
Natras 79, so he was in there for a little bit. I know he had to go earlier. Serb, because I can't say it any other way. I have no idea how to say that gamer tag.